Hi everyone, it's Sarah, and this is just a short video, maybe a little vlog video. I don't even know if it's actually going to go onto YouTube or if I'm just going to post it on the EMN journal, or maybe a bit of both. But I just wanted to, rather than do like a full-length podcast today, I just wanted to talk a bit about overwhelm. So a lot of us mums are pretty burnt out, or if we're not burnt out, we're kind of on the way there, you know. There's always probably that feeling of too much to do and not enough time to do it in. You know, we're pulled in many different directions. And I think as part of Empowered Mothers Network, I've always tried to share tips and advice and things to do in terms of self-improvement and your spiritual journey. So that might look, share things like micro habits, meditations, on the art of meditation, therapies like I do crystal healing and Reiki, and all the different ways, like getting outside and grounding, all the different techniques, therapies, ways there are to kind of come back to ourselves, and step into our own power. And I think sometimes when we're on that journey, it can all seem a bit overwhelming. So this video is just kind of like a reminder that, even like on this channel where you get tips and advice, and there's however much tips and advice from various other different mediums that you'll consume through books, other YouTube channels, social media posts, magazines, whatever, is that you can get overwhelmed with all the ways you can help yourself, really. So you might find you're trying to schedule in, in an already packed and busy day, like meditation, a yoga class, and some breath work, and some grounding, and some self-Reiki, and sometimes even you're doing things then that are good for you, but you're trying to cram so much in still that it does get overwhelming, and then you've still got that kind of resistant feeling because you're trying to get so much done. You're trying to get all the wellness things done as well. So this video is just sort of a reminder to say that, all these tools and tips and tricks and whatever you want to call them, therapies as well, are all great at, getting us where we want to go, which is ultimately feeling less burned out and standing in our power. But at the same time, most of that comes from within ourselves. They're all great tools, and they're all great ways to help us, and to help us spiritually awakening wise as well. But they are tools, and everything is within us, and we can, like anything, like any tool, kind of get too bogged down in what we should be doing, what we should be using, how many classes we should be taking, what therapies we should be trying. And I think it's all like a journey of exploration. So, if you feel curious about a certain therapy or a certain class or a certain something to try, like grounding, for example, then just lean into that and go with it and have a go. But we just want to keep that balance again between it not, kind of our there's this culture now of wellness, isn't there, which is great on the one hand, but on the other, again, you get the kind of commercialized side of wellness, and it can become too much you have to do all the wellness things. There's no time for anything else then. So I'm not saying, don't do self-improvement and don't try new things, but just follow it as maybe more as a path of curiosity, and do it if it feels good. I guess the biggest barometer is kind of tuning into our own heart centres, and if it doesn't feel good, if you're feeling stressed because you're trying to fit all these different activities in for self-care and wellness, then ultimately it's not working, is it? Sometimes we just really need to strip it back to basics and as well, if you've got young children and things, if you're feeling burnt out, sometimes something as simple as just having that time and space to lie on your bed and just do nothing other than listen to the sound of your breath, even just that can be enough. So I think that's all I wanted to say today. The latest podcast episode is out on YouTube, which is episode 18. So that is all about the limiting belief of I am not enough, which is quite a regular belief for many of us. So anyway, I hope that helps. Don't get too overwhelmed and bogged down in it all, really. You know, we can, we'll find our own way when we need to find our own way, and just use all these tools as and when you need them, really. So I will see you soon, probably with less of a ramble rant. Take care.